Howdy, howdy, folks. Once again, it is me, Donnie, your Begin Linux guru, coming at you with yet another tutorial video on Linux. And this time, we're going to look at how to use the gdisk utility in order to create GPT partitions. Now, in the previous video, we looked at the different types of partitioning schemes. We saw that we have two of them. We have the MBR type partitioning scheme, which stands for Master Boot Record. And then we have this GPT partitioning scheme, which is the new one. It's the one that all the cool kids are doing now, but it stands for GUID Partition Table. So the GPT is the newer one. It's the one that you probably are going to want to use anymore, because you can see here it has a lot of advantages, a lot of features. It's just better than the old MBR partitioning scheme, especially if you have a large hard drive. So anyway, if you have not looked at that video, you might want to go back and look at it, or at least look at the first part of it, just to see the characteristics of the two types of partitioning schemes and how they compare to each other. So anyway, let's go over here to our CentOS 7 virtual machine, and we are going to use gdisk in order to create our partitions. Now, the reason I'm using gdisk is very simple. I mean, there is the parted utility, which works very well for creating your GPT partitions. But the reason I don't like using it is because I'm so used to using fdisk. I've used fdisk my entire Linux career, and it's just what I'm used to. The gdisk works pretty much the same as fdisk, except, of course, it works with GPT partitions instead of with the old MBR partitions. And then there's the gparted, which is kind of like parted with a graphical interface, but, that only works if you have a desktop operating system. If you have a server operating system where all you got is the command line, gdisk is my preference. It just works. Now, one problem is that we might not have gdisk installed here on our CentOS machine. Okay, and you see it is not on this one. Parted comes installed on CentOS by default, however gdisk does not. So that's not a problem though. We'll just do a yum install gdisk. And it will take a moment. Anticipation, anticipation, it's making me wait. I know, I'm such a beautiful singer, aren't I? Yes, got to provide a little bit of entertainment while waiting for this stuff, So anyway, any day, come on now. Come on. There we go, hit the Y key. And now, this should be very, very quick. There we go. So now we have our gdisk. Now, the gdisk does work differently in one sense. You can't just do a gdisk-l like that and expect it to show the partition tables for all of your hard drives. It doesn't work like this. So if you use the -l with gdisk, you actually have to specify a drive. And we can do SDB here as well at first. And you see there that it found an invalid GPT and a valid MBR. And you can use the gdisk to convert a master boot record partition to, or master boot record drive rather, to the GPT format. But we're not going to do that, okay? We have not made any actual changes here to this SDB drive by just looking at it. So we're not going to make any changes either. We're just going to leave it as is. Instead, we are going to work with our SDC drive, which you can see nothing present there. So we have not created any partitions on this as yet. So let's go ahead and open this up here. Duh. Sorry about that. SDC. Fumble fingered. Okay. And by the way, you cannot mix and match MBR and GPT partitions on the same drive. One drive has to be one or the other. And when you have an MBR drive, you can convert that over to GPT, but once it's converted to GPT, it's going to stay GPT. Unless you go in and do some sort of a low-level format, which will just completely erase everything, then you're not going to convert it back to MBR. So once GPT, basically always GPT. But anyway, here we have our command line interface here for our gdisk. And instead of hitting the M key for the menu, as you do with fdisk, you hit the question mark for help. And you get pretty much the same menu that you had with fdisk. And again, we can hit the P key, and we can see no partitioning. And we can hit the N key to create a new partition. And you also see a big difference here between the fdisk and the gdisk. With the fdisk, you were offered the chance to either create a primary partition or an extended partition. And remember, with MBR, you can only have 4 primary partitions per drive. And if you use extended partitions and create logical partitions from that, you can only have up to 16 partitions per drive. Well, here with our gdisk, using the GPT partitioning scheme, you can have up to 128 partitions. So, makes it a lot better. But anyway, I'm just going to hit the Enter key to accept the default. And as before, we could, if we wanted to, just hit the Enter key again to accept the default for the first sector, which we will do. And we can also, if we wanted to, hit the Enter key again to accept the default for the last sector in order to use up the entire drive. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to create a smaller drive here, but just to be able to show you. But anyway, I do want you to see here where with our fdisk, our size designators is either kilobytes, megabytes, or gigabytes. Well, here with our gdisk, with the GPT scheme, we can have either terabytes or petabytes as well. So, pretty impressive, right? See, we can make some big honking partitions with this thing. Oh, yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead here and we'll do a plus 5G, just like we did before. And here also we have our hex codes for GPT partitions are a little bit different than the fdisk codes. The codes are the same except you have a 00 at the end. Well, most of them are the same. There are some different types in here that we'll look at in a second that we don't have on the fdisk scheme. But for the partition types that we use normally, they're going to be the same, except they'll have a 00 at the end. And if I were to hit Enter right now, we would have a type 8300 partition, which would be our standard Linux partition. But I'm going to go ahead and hit L. And again, even though it says an uppercase L, the lowercase L works. And this shows our different types. So yeah, you see some different types there that we did not have before on the fdisk screen. But the ones that we're really interested in, the ones that we are going to be using for just normal purposes, will be the same as we had before, except they'll have a 00 at the end. So you see here for our Linux swap, instead of 82 as it was with fdisk, it is now 8200. With our Linux file system, instead of 83 as it was before, it is 8300. And let's see, oh yeah, there's the LVM, logical volume one. Instead of 8 echo, it is 8 echo 00. And for our software RAID partitions, we now have FD00 instead of FD. But anyway, let's go ahead here and we will set this one to 8200. So we'll make another swap partition. Why not, right? And we'll go ahead and make another new partition, and this will be partition number 2. And let's just go ahead here and use up the rest of the drive for this one. There's no sense in making a whole lot of partitions here, because once you see me do it once, yeah, you've seen me do it a million times. There's not a lot of difference here, right? And we'll just go ahead and accept the default for type 8300. We will now look at our partition table. And again, as before with fdisk, we have not made any actual changes to the disk as yet. If I were to hit the Q key, this would prompt me as to whether or not I really want to exit, unlike fdisk, which would just automatically dump me out. And also, if I hit the W key, you see that this prompts me as well, where with the fdisk, it just automatically did it. So do I want to proceed? Well, yes, I do want to proceed. And the operation has completed successfully. Yay! So let's now do our sudo gdisk-l. Like so. And there you have it. There we have our new partitioning scheme here on our SDC hard drive. And this time it is GPT. All right, so that's all there is to creating partitions. In the next video, we're going to do some formatting because we can't use our partitions yet. We still have to format them. So, I appreciate y'all watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.